Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. They go play action. It's Rosen. Room to run past midfield. It's brought in by Kevin White. And finally brought down at the 43. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, it's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but
and this is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. handoff. Here's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. Ooh, with a juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hurry up, here we go! Blue, line it!
On third down, Rosen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Rosen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw Ford with Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. To play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mayfield now on second down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be caught. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. Now Rosen on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jonathan Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Martavis Bryant with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And his kick is good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Rosen. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, good footwork on the spin. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Steps away to his left. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Rosen on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a quarterback sneak, and able to follow his center and pick up the 1st. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And this time, Rosen will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 59 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Rosen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Running with Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second down, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I
think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Gone! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go to Johnson again. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. 4th down. Here's Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And now it's Rosen looking. Underneath for Johnson. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll go with the keeper. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the gun, it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Able to slither by. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Rosen. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And an alley to run. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Rosen to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Rosen. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.